Welcome to Truthfully Tarot. My name is Niche, and if you're watching, it's because you want to know the truth. So let's get into it. So for my Aries, I am just going to start off by pulling from my Astro deck. And I really love this deck because it helps with like overall themes. And since we are kind of essentially doing a horoscope via tarot for the month of July for my Aries placements, I like starting off with kind of like a general, like what is the overall energy for your July? Like what does Spirit want you to know? Okay, so we got two cards that already came out. Say less. Okay, interesting. So the first card we have is the Moon. And then the second card that we have is Pluto. And so here we go. The Moon and Pluto. So it feels like just off the bat, July is going to be about some type of emotional renewal. I know it like literally says that on the card, but the Moon represents our emotions, our inner life, where we find stability, safety, where we comfort ourselves. It also represents so many things about our internal world and also in our outer world as well. And Pluto represents like the life and death, the destruction and the reborn, like that type of energy is Plutonian energy. And so it feels like the month of July for a lot of you guys will really just kind of be digging beneath the surface of what's really going on emotionally. Like we know Aries as an archetype is very passionate, very intense, very like go-getter. It's fire energy, right? But sometimes that fire, that crazy, like let's go getter, entrepreneurial, super like individualistic energy is great, but sometimes it can hide what's happening deeper down and beneath the surface. And it feels like July may present opportunities for my Aries placements to do a little bit of soul searching, to dig a little bit deeper, to really see and really investigate how you feel about circumstances or situations that are happening or that will happen throughout the month of July. It feels like an invitation to introspection, really. And I know a lot of Aries placements can sometimes struggle with sitting still and really going in and evaluating how you feel. And so it feels like either you will decide to do this on your own or a circumstance or situation will come up, so you have to face it or you have to deal with it. And it could even, you know, with this Pluto and the Moon here, it could be processing an ending of some sort, like really releasing and letting go of some type of ending that had a really deep emotional impact is also kind of indicated here as well. And almost seems like this is coming up to the surface so that you can like balance out your energies. Because some of my Aries placements, you guys could be feeling a bit imbalanced, a bit all over the place and not feeling very grounded and very rooted. And so it feels like some of this stuff that's coming up emotionally is to serve that purpose of really like helping you like balance out and really helping you kind of find your footing and be able to kind of navigate with a bit more certainty your life moving forward, if that makes sense. So it feels like July will bring up a lot of emotions. So be prepared for that. All right, let's get into this tarot situation. So when I was like pre-shuffling the deck, the Nine of Cups came out. I don't know if it's gonna come out again, but it came out. So we'll see if that energy like peeks through again. But we already got two cards that's coming out, but what messages do my Aries need to know regarding July? What's going on with July? Okay, sweet. All right, so let's see what we got here. Interesting. So we got the King of Cups and the Six of Cups, and then we have the King of Swords. So these are the three energies that are kind of present here. So I'm gonna sit with this, you know, for a second. I mean, immediately, which is so interesting because, right, like, all right, so we have, let me get these cards together. All right, so we have the Six of Cups, the King of Cups, and the King of Swords. So it feels like some of my Aries placements, maybe what's coming up with like the Moon and Pluto, that's happening, kind of that energy of like healing, that energy of digging up and releasing and letting go, that kind of thing. It goes very well with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is about the past. It's about a feeling of nostalgia. And for it to come out with the King of Cups, some of you guys may be feeling really really nostalgic about a past situation, a past circumstance, a past something that still kind of has a hold over your mental space. So it feels like there's an emotional attachment to the past that hasn't quite been released or processed or let go. And the King of Swords is here because there's a lot of like analyzing that's going on around this past situation, this past circumstance, or whatever energy that's of the past that is still very much affecting your present, still very much affecting your ability to be present, right? And it feels like because the King of Cups is here, that it feels like maybe some of you guys aren't showing that you're still affected by the past, that you're not showing like outwardly that this thing kind of still has like an emotional hold over you, or you can't quite get over this like emotional hump or stump or whatever you want to call it. And it seems like there's like a lot of mental loops happening, like a lot of analyzing, a lot of trying to figure something out about it as well. Like, why can't I let this go? Or why is this happening? Or why, you know, there seems to be like a lot of like mental energy around this connection or nostalgia related to a past circumstance or past situation that a lot of you guys will be dealing with, which makes so much sense with the moon and Pluto, because the Pluto here, it literally says on the card, evolution, transformation, Scorpio, beginnings, endings, rebirth, turbulence, destruction, hidden power, core truths, intensity, highs and lows. And then for the moon, it literally says emotions, mood, intuition, personal needs, Monday, Cancer, the unconscious, you know, comfort, feelings, family, home, reflecting, yin, femininity, reflecting energy. Like, it seems like some of you guys are really thinking about the past, really kind of, some of you guys may be stuck there, some of you guys may not be stuck there, but it does seem to be like this battle between the mind and the heart. And that could also be something as well, a theme for you guys in the month of July, that some of you guys are like trying to think your way out of these emotions instead of feeling your way out of these emotions with the King of Cups. It feels like there's an invitation for you to feel your way through this and not think your way through this. Like, it feels like some of you guys may be really logical, or you are more comfortable not going super deep into your emotions and really kind of feeling your feelings. And so it feels like July may be quite emotional, which is not surprising considering that it's like Cancer season, and Cancer is a water sign, and Cancer is connected to nostalgia, it's connected to memories, it's connected to our past. And so it's not surprising to me that that energy is kind of present with you guys, bringing up some stuff from the past, bringing up some emotional wounds, bringing up some emotional blockages that may need to be released and may need to be like worked through energetically, either through your breath or through movement. Those are two ways. You can do talk therapy as well, especially if you have a therapist or a trusted person in your life that has the space and capacity for you, or connecting to your breath, like I just said, really connecting to your inhales and your exhales, and that being a form of meditation. A lot of times what's hidden beneath the surface will come up if we stay consistent with our breathwork practice. And then a movement practice, just moving your body, dealing in some type of exercise, some type of movement can also help you move a lot of energy as well, because it feels like July just may be like emotional for a lot of my Aries. It's just maybe really emotional and really like it's almost like you have to face some things that you haven't really wanted to face. It's kind of the energy that it's given, like really facing some things you didn't want to face, really having to deal with some emotional things that you've kind of been like, oh, I'm going to do this instead of face this. I'm going to do this instead of face this. I'm going to do this, or I'm over it. I'm over it because I'm dating again. I'm over it because I'm on the apps. Like, it feels like there's this sense of like, I'm over it, I'm done, but it's still like lingering in the back of your mind and like in your spirit, you haven't quite let it go. Or it could be like a lot of obsessive thinking about the circumstance or what happened, you know. So, yeah, does that resonate? Let me know. Let me know if that resonates in the comments. Like and subscribe, baby. Yeah, that's what it's giving right now for my Aries placements. It's giving just a lot of just having to opportunity to really work through your feelings, because it feels like a lot of Aries has been going through a lot. Like, they've been navigating a lot, and so it's like July may be an opportunity to sit still, and if not sit still, but just like really explore how you're really feeling. So what else for Aries? The Nine of Cups. I told y'all it came out in the pre-shuffle. It came out in the pre-shuffle. Nine of Cups came out again. Okay. Yeah, and then the bottom deck energy is the world reverse, which means we're not getting over something. We feel like something's not done, or something, not we, but I'm including myself in with you guys, Aries. I'm an Aries Venus. But it feels like with the world reversed and the Tower under that reverse, like maybe there was a sudden ending, or if it wasn't a sudden ending, there was an unexpected ending. Maybe like things were bad in this situation, but maybe you didn't expect it to end or be done or actually be over, and then it's actually over and you're like, what? Like, and so it feels like there's something that's not over for you. 9 of Cups. Again, it came out in a pre-shuffle, so I feel like Spirit really wants you to know that your best is ahead of you. It feels like some of you guys may feel like the past was like the best that it was going to get, or like a previous circumstance, a previous situation. It could be work, it could be relationships, it could be anything. It feels like some of you Aries think that whatever happened in the past was like the best that it's going to get, was like, oh, like I kind of hit like a high point and now it's just been plateau, or it's just been like going down. And I feel like Spirit wants you to know that the best is actually in front of you. And this came out upright, right? So it means this is a wish fulfillment card. This is, if you see him, he's like on this like chair and he's very satisfied. He's very like, I've arrived type of thing. He has a lot of cups, and 9s are usually about abundance and independence. Also 9s in general numerology can represent breaking cycles. And so I think that could be regarding emotionally, like being stuck in what happened, or stuck in what didn't work out, or stuck in the past type of energy. And this 9 of Cups is saying you can let that go, because what is better for you, what is best for you, what is good for you is actually beyond this. It's actually beyond this emotional kind of like stuckness, or this like clinging to the past or clinging to what was. It feels like your best is actually ahead of you. Your best is in front. Your actual wish fulfillment is ahead of you. Like what you actually want, what you actually need. If it's a person, the love of your life is actually before you. Like it's in front of you, either coming in front of you, it's forward energy, whether it's a job opportunity or whatever. It feels like it's in front of you. Even if it's a move, it feels like it's in front of you, not behind you. Like whatever it is that you need next to move forward in your life is in front of you, not behind you. And as long as you kind of stay in this energy of not obsessing, but just kind of really reminiscing and just really giving a lot of mental space to the past, what did or didn't work out, all these little things, it actually keeps you from progressing toward your wish. It keeps you from progressing toward the thing that's actually yours. Yeah. It feels like even with the moon also deals with like subconscious programming. So it could be like thoughts about you, thoughts about your worth, thoughts about your value, thoughts about how you can contribute to the world. And so if there's some like deep self-worth issues that may come up to the surface, so that you can actually feel worthy of what you deserve. Like it could be that, there's a worthiness issue that some of you guys are struggling with, and it's causing you to kind of stay connected to the past and not believe that you're worthy of a bright future, that you're worthy of the things that are actually ahead of you, that you're worthy of all these things that actually are waiting for you. It feels like there's a lot of good things waiting for you to look up and go for it, instead of just be like, oh, I wonder, like, does this person or this opportunity or this job or this whatever, like, will it come back around? Or like, what if I do this? And what if I change for this person? Or what if I, like, and it's like this energy, that energy is keeping you like very stuck. It's keeping you like stagnant. And maybe that's why some of you guys maybe feel some of that heavy stagnant energy. It's because you're in the past and you haven't processed and moved that emotion through you. And so it's weighing you down. And I feel like Spirit is like, what's ahead is best. What's the best, what's good, it's in front of you. You have to look up and go for it. I don't want to like beat a dead horse. That's such a bad phrase. I have to come up with a better phrase than that. Oh my goodness. Cool. Let's see if there's any other messages for you guys in July. It just feels like that's like, and I mean, I know that's not like, oh, money's coming, or oh, like the love of my life is about to show up. I mean, it feels like if you haven't met the love of your life, they're in your future. And as long as you're like stuck on this past person, if that's the case for you, then you're gonna like miss out. you know, and I do believe that what's for you is for you, but you also have to want what's for you. You have to be available for what is for you as well. And if you're not emotionally available for the blessings that the universe has for you in the future, then you stay in this like bardo is what they call it, like this place, this liminal space where you can't quite do much, right? And it's hard to like stir up energy. It's hard to stir up energy. And it feels like maybe some of you guys could have been done wrong. And that's been hard to get over, like hard to process, like what happened in the situation. Yeah. So then we have the Emperor, which is your card, Aries. You'll see like the little ram in the like top of the throne. This is like archetypical Aries energy. I'm in charge. I am making decisions for my life. I'm showing up for myself. So it feels like the energy that the universe is asking you to embody is your own energy. It's your fire energy. You know, it's making decisions. It's coming out of this space of just like, I don't know how to do that. Like it's coming out of that space and coming into a very decisive, a very like, not forceful, but like I'm deciding this is what I'm going to do. I'm deciding that I'm going to move on. I may not fully like have moved through all the emotions, but like I've made up my mind. I'm moving on. Like I've made up my mind. I'm going to go after this opportunity. I've made up my mind. I'm going to apply for this job. I made up my mind. I'm going to move. I made up my mind. I'm just going to do, like sometimes like you have to just do things and move your body and your emotions will follow. And then sometimes you actually need to work through those emotions so that you can get to this decision-making space. So depending on how you operate, it could be either one of those things for you. But overall, it just feels like Aries July may be just it could be emotional or emotional things to be brought up for you. And really it's an opportunity for you to dig deep, to see what's really happening, to release, to let go, and to move forward with your life. It feels like July is an opportunity for you to deal with maybe what has happened. It feels like there's actually a new season that's coming up for you, like a new phase. Like it's like you're on the precipice of a new phase in life, but you're not quite crossing the threshold yet. It's like there's like a hesitation and you haven't quite crossed the threshold yet. You haven't quite like made the leap, made the jump. I'm surprised the like Fool didn't come out with this energy present. It's because it's like been like stuck in this like emotional swirl or this like mental anxiety or something about the past. And it's like the Emperor has to come to the forefront, that archetypical Aries, fiery, decisive energy. Like you need to like ignite that fire. You need to like let that fire like consume the past so that there's nothing there, and like the Phoenix, be reborn, really focused and determined on your future and on what's in front of you, even if you don't know fully what's in front of you. And what I appreciate about Aries energy is that it is very pioneering. You don't necessarily have to know what is in front of you for you to just go and start moving. And so I feel like that's the invitation for you guys for July, is to just, for some of you guys, sit and work through those emotions, move through those emotions, acknowledge those emotions, make peace with what has happened, make peace with the past, release the past, let go of what has happened, and then move forward, make a decision to move forward. And I promise you, your body, your emotions will follow, especially if you're taking time to sit with like how you really feel and acknowledge how you really feel and getting to the root of that too. So don't be afraid if July forces you to slow down so you can deal with yourself, or gives you an opportunity to make some really intentional decisions about how you move forward with your life. Okay, Aries, I hope that was helpful. Let me know. I want to hear in the comments. Thank you. See you soon.